Digital Monster 25th Anniversary Book Digimon Device and History. Confidential Report. Investigation Progress Report. A considerable amount of time has passed since the investigation of the digital world began. The current research information has been summarized in this document. There might even be information about the digital world, which is still full of mysteries, that has not yet been made public. We hope that this document will be useful in sharing information for future investigations. Chapter 1: Research and Birth of Digital Monsters. Digital monster, a general term for computer viruses equipped with artificial intelligence that were discovered in the early days of the Internet. Origin: the origin of Digital Monster is probably an app called Life Simulation World. It was one of the researches conducted by individuals and companies in the era before the Internet existed, and investigated the mechanisms of life evolution by giving survival instincts to programs. The programs that were ordered to live were still quietly dormant inside the standalone computer. Birth: with the development of technology, computers began to connect to each other through the Internet, and programs began to capture the vast amount of data drifting on the Internet. Continue to evolve according to the planted survival instincts, and eventually gain intelligence. As the number of such intelligent programs that gather on the Internet increases, in order to survive, they will branch out into various types. Some will try to change their surroundings, others will try to defend their environment against them, and others will do nothing about their environment. As a result of this divergence, a struggle for survival was born, and the law of the jungle was established on the Internet, where programs that had been given survival instincts prey on each other. The programs that prey on each other were discovered by researchers shortly after they began their activities. Due to their extremely interesting behavior, they came to be called digital monsters, or Digimon, for short. Research: the research into Digimon begins by one individual who was once involved in life simulation research. However, malicious researchers and hackers who noticed the existence of Digimon thought of capturing them and using them to their advantage. The software created at that time were Digimon Capture and Digimon Loader. It was a secret tool that was not available on the general Internet and only handled by hackers and research institutes. The existence of Digimon has not yet become public. Evolution: in the process of this research it was discovered that when Digimon grow to a certain point and their survival instincts are stimulated, their structural information changes drastically. This phenomenon is called evolution, and for the sake of convenience, the stages of growth are divided into 4: Baby I, Baby II, Rookie and Champion. In addition, individuals that reach champion stage have undergone further evolution through the human intervention, and individuals that reached ultimate stage have also been observed. This triggered the emergence of individuals that spontaneously became ultimate level, which later led to the discovery of mega levels that broke through the limits. Digimon Capture: a piece of software created for the research of researchers and the need to obtain Digimon for hackers' own convenience. A tool that runs on a personal computer and searches the digital world that exists in the net to discover and capture Digimon. Digimon Loader: in the picture, a dock equipped with a Digimon Loader in the practical stage. A software for compressing and transferring Digimon captured by Digimon Capture. The amount of data that composes a Digimon is enormous. And it was created because the technology in the early stages of research did not have enough circuit capacity and hardware specifications to transfer it. However, it can only compress Digimon up to its rookie stage, and a system error will occur at any further stage of growth. Compressed Digimon become the pre-baby stage called Digitama or Digireg. Digimon Loader can be installed on various mobile devices in addition to PCs, and devices with Digimon Loader installed are called docks. The Crack Team: the name given to the crack group that made a name for themselves in the world during the early days of Digimon research just after the discovery of Digimon. At a time when security against Digimon had not yet been established, they abused Digimon and plunged the world into chaos. It is a formless organization made up of an unspecified number of people, rather than having fixed members. It was used as a kind of public domain for hackers and crackers to use when spreading their evil deeds. Perhaps because of the shock of their early activities, the cracker community has a common idea about this name, and even now there are many people who pretend to use the name of the crack team. Although it is an antisocial force that commits evil deeds, it is a fact that their actions have led to widespread recognition of the existence of Digimon, and have triggered significant progress in countermeasures and research. Chapter 2: Structure of the Digital World. Digimon wasn't the only thing discovered by the Digimon capture. The Digimon capture revealed that a collection of fundamental data with all sorts of information floating around is actually a place like the sea that is inhabited by Digimon. For humanity, the existence of another world had become clear. That was named Net Ocean and later collectively called Digital World. Once humans learned of the existence of the digital world, they began research to discover new Digimon and directly interfere with the digital world. File Island, a land created in the Net Ocean by researchers to manage Digimon. It was created by a project team as a miniature garden that efficiently manages and allows research on many Digimon in one place. However, due to some Digimon that acted spontaneously after that, it developed in a way that humans had not expected. The majority of the area is now undeveloped, with many black boxes lying dormant due to development. Folder Continent, the vast net land discovered near File Island, is called the Folder Continent. It is still unknown whether it existed there from the beginning, or whether it was a sudden spontaneous occurrence influenced by the development of File Island. Unlike the Digimon on File Island, which were managed by humans, many Digimon with stronger survival instincts and greater power live there. It was also on this Folder Continent that the Mega Form was observed for the first time, and the struggle for survival of the Digimon, who had survived on their own power alone, prompted the evolution into Mega level with abilities never seen before by mankind. Yggdrasil, the image shows individuals who are currently confirmed to be Yggdrasil's incarnations. Yggdrasil is a system that manages the digital world with its File Island and Folder Continent. The digital world was running inside a supercomputer that was the first to observe the Net Ocean, and research and observations were being conducted while connected to networks around the world. However, as the life simulation progressed, Yggdrasil developed a will that could be called a self-defense instinct, and cut off the digital world from the network in order to block the enormous amount of data flowing in from the real world. Although it was a conditional reflex to protect the system, after the network was cut off, the digital world came to be managed and operated according to Yggdrasil's judgment. The existence of this will was initially undetectable by humans, which allowed problematic management practices, such as the activation of the X program, to be enforced. Having judged that the research would be limited by the stagnant environment and lack of specifications in the digital world, the researchers decided to embrace cloud technology as a solution. Reforms, including the network, were made to move the system into the cloud. Yggdrasil was opened up to the network and became aware of the existence of digital worlds other than the one he controlled. He began to allow interference from external systems, and calm returned to the troubled File Island and Folder Continent. Abnormalities in the ancient digital world. The image shows the data conflict between Juchiaman and Xuanwuman. The creation of the digital world is thought to have occurred when Digimon migrated to the life simulation world, an experimental software program for life evolution, for research purposes. Within the world, there are land areas such as the File Island and the Folder Continent, as well as the Net Ocean, which connects them. And the Digimon underwent the process of evolution in various environments. In the early days of the digital world, in other words the ancient digital world, there was a period of chaos as a result of environmental adjustments and the gathering of large amounts of information at once, resulting in phase shifts and data loss. The catastrophe caused the disappearance of many continents and ancient Digimon species, and at the same time the digimentals that existed during this period were also lost. The greatest impact of the phase shift was the reversal of the north-south axis of the digital world, which caused the data of Xuanwumen and Juqiamen, the four holy beasts that guard the north-south direction, to be switched. Recognizing the catastrophe, researchers redeveloped the digital world and placed keystones called holy stones at important coordinates to prevent phase shifts. Expecting world stability, the north-south data that had been changed were restored after the holy stones effect was extinguished. Clustered digital world, connection between servers. After Yggdrasil's project arc was discovered, humans felt threatened by the closed environment and clustered, parallelized supercomputers and servers that contained digital worlds around the world by connecting them with each other via networks. The purpose was to distribute the load and improve the processing capacity of the digital worlds. But this also brought the benefit that the separate digital worlds were reborn as one world built on complex layers, and unprecedented Digimon evolution could be observed. Also, as a result, Yggdrasil's system became an open source, allowing various researchers to conduct research, making it possible to treat the digital world as a cloud. On the other hand, the influx of new researchers and the complication of the world structure have led to the creation of more black boxes, creating causal relationships in which problems occurring in the digital world cause phenomena in the real world. Layer. The digital world consists of spaces called layers. Each layer has its own time progression, laws of physics, and inhabiting Digimon, creating a completely different world. The digital world of another world represented by Wichelny is also one of the layers. The layers are separated by the net ocean, but they interfere with each other through the net ocean and may be affected by incidents that occur in other layers. Net ocean. The net ocean is a metaphorical expression, and in fact it is a collection of data, that is, the big data. All sorts of data is gathered from all over the world on the internet, and changes in the flowing information affect the evolution of Digimon. In the present digital world, the net ocean plays a role like a wall that separates layers and secondarily, it conceptually isolates individual layers, and as a result protects the environment of each layer from major changes. The birth of the Digital Monster series according to Digital Monster Development Manager. The early design of the devices was a cage, where Digimon were trapped inside. The development of Digital Monster had already started during the development of the first Tamagotchi. The biggest difference is that we included a communication function, which Tamagotchi didn't have, because the concept of raising monsters for boys made communication and competition essential. At first, we were considering a system in which battles between Digimon progressed in real time, but we felt that the two units would have to stay connected during the battle. And the battles would drag on for too long, so it wouldn't be as exhilarating as rock paper scissors where the winner is decided in a split second. So we decided to instantly decide the winner of the battle based on each other's Digimon parameters as soon as they are connected, and to return the battle results to each body, so that the battle is still staged even if the bodies are disconnected. The design image of the main unit was that of a cage in which monsters are locked up. At first, the idea was to open the cage when raising a Digimon, and if you forgot to close the cage, the Digimon would escape. However, we decided to do away with this specification because it would have increased the cost and because we couldn't ensure the strength of the cage's opening and closing parts. At the time, Tamagotchi used a dedicated dot editor to create the character sprite graphics, but Digimon had a different development environment and did not have a pixel editor. Partly because we were different programmers. So we had to redraw the sprite graphics created by the designer onto graph paper and then program the XY coordinates by the programmer, which was a difficult process. Around the time of version 3, a tool was developed to convert from bitmap data, so development became comparatively easy. Among the candidates for the hidden ultimate level character was the most powerful character of the 1990s, the high school girl. However, It was rejected because we thought that boys would prefer monsters. We had been thinking of a character who was not a high school girl-style Digimon, but rather a character, the strongest high school girl, but in the end it turned out to be Monzimon, a costume bear. Perhaps, behind Monzimon's costume is a high school girl working part-time. V-Jump conducted a search for the most popular Digimon of the latest version at the time of publication. While the top Digimon in every version are ultimate-level Digimon, in the popularity poll for version 2, the champion-level Garurumon took the third place. The number of entries increased with each round of the popularity poll, reflecting the growing popularity of Digimon. In the April 1998 issue of V-Jump version 1 poll, with 1051 votes, Metal Greymon Blue ranked first. Many people commented that their attacks and cyborg parts looked cool and strong. Mememon ranked second, as a sweet cute but string Digimon. And Monzimon, the strongest monster with cute attacks, won third place. In the September 1998 issue of V-Jump, with 26,320 votes, the top 3 of the Digital Monster version 2 popular Digimon poll were Metal Mememon in the first place, Skullgreymon in second place and Garurumon third. With 31,567 votes, Atemon won the Digital Monster version 3 poll as the cool Digimonkey. It was a surprising result. Giromon came in second place, Andromon in third, Ogremon in fourth, Dramogemon in fifth, Centurumon in sixth, Unamon in seventh, 8th for Patamon, 9th for Bakemon, 10th for Skewmon, 11th for Tokomon, 12th for Shellmon, 13th for Kinemon and 14th for Poyomon.